We targeted him last game for a reason. He's scary.
We just all scoop.
You can effectively draw your entire deck, have infinite mana, and infinite life.
I'm just saying.
Vote to scoop to end this nonsense. We're not coming back from that. There's no reset button for this at this point.
Dorks.
Just hear those treasures jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a boatload of treasures with you. Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome to the CommanDorks. I'm Beef.
And I'm Tarren, and we are back with a ho-ho-ho holiday gameplay stream.
The season isn't quite over yet, but these greedy treasure decks want to squeeze every last penny or treasure token that they can before the new year.
I'll be running Korvold's dirty, decadent, no-good, greedy, rotten, low-life, bootlegging, gnaw-boning Dragon Horde. Or, I suppose, just Korvold's Dragon Horde for short.
And I'll be running Negan, tough but fair. Check out our previous video for a deep dive on how both of these decks function in their own degenerate ways.
And we are joined here today by two returning guests of the CommanDorks, Zach and Yoshi. With Negan and Korvold, we're definitely turning up the power level dial a bit, and we knew these two had decks that could pack a punch and play right into the treasure theme. So, Zach, let's start with you. Go ahead and tell us a bit about the deck you're bringing to the table.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for having me back. Appreciate it. Good to be here. But yes, I will be attempting to keep up with a lot of these juggernauts at the table with a bit of a budget brew that I call Fast Money, built around Ognis the Dragon's Lash. She is a haster that wants other hasters to swing out with her and then makes tapped treasures in return for your aggression. So hopefully I can get a little bit ahead of a lot of these heavier boys and try to beat out some of this clock.
Awesome. And our other guest here is Yoshi. Give us a rundown of whatever scary monstrosity you've put together, sir.
Sure thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a Tivit, Seller of Secrets, or as I call it, the Whisper of Esper. It's all about generating lots of treasures and clues and using those to my advantage and numbers and kind of overwhelming opponents sometimes with it. So I'll just keep it a secret for now and you'll find out.
Ooh, scary. Oh, dear. So, kind of like we touched on in our previous video, Negan is essentially the Scrooge to Korvold's Grinch. But that makes me wonder, where does that place these other two in relation? I don't know, perhaps Ognis is the Belschnickel to Tivit's deranged Rudolph? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Snowman, maybe?
Abominable, yeah, abominable Sphinx. I don't know.
There you go, yeah.
Regardless, happy holidays to all, and to all a good fight.
Here we go! Draw. It's gonna be Mines of Moria. Comes in tapped, and I'll pass.
Alright, I will draw.
They call this a mine!
I will do a Watery Grave on tap and pass. The Watery Graves.
I will just play a Zeotora's Proving Ground, tap and pass.
Ooh, got your Triumph on turn one. That's nice.
Always good.
Play a plains and pass.
Alright, I will untap and draw. And we'll play a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. Everyone has a forest.
I like it!
Oh, wow.
Gross.
I'm gonna pass turn though. I have nothing to cast on turn 2.
I guess I'll put an isolated chapel on. It's very lonely. I'll just pass.
I will untrap and draw.
It's our trap!
I will. We'll just play a Firelight Thicket. We will tap that for a green, play the second Soul Ring I've drawn on turn 2.
Jesus.
Lucky man, I need some of that luck.
Man, it's not good seeing the haste deck get Soul Ring. Ugh.
Yeah, don't like that.
Tap 3/4 an Academy Manufacturer.
Oh.
Speak of the devil and it shall
Wow.
Draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Seer Step Pathway. Pay 2 for a Curie Line Slinger and pass.
Alright, draw for turn. Gonna be a swamp. Ugh, I wish I had something to cast. Pass.
Let's keep draw. Sea of Clouds. And that's all I'm gonna have.
One tap. We will draw. Play a Carclusive Forest. I suppose I will just tap 4, 5, floating a colorless for Ognis. I suppose, just since Mr. Beef walked away with the win last time, I'm going to let that colorless fizzle as I go to combat, and I'm going to come at you with Ognis for 3.
Take him 3.
And then I will net a tapped treasure, food, and clue from the Academy Manufacturer.
Wolf. Swamp is land for turn. Pay 3 mana for Zorn. And I'm just gonna pass.
All right. Draw for turn. All right, we'll play a Phyrexian Tower as land for turn.
Well, you can get rid of that manufacturer.
I'm gonna pay 4 for a Vraska Golgari Queen, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna -3 to destroy the Academy Manufacturer. And you know, if she dies, that is fine. I think that just needed to happen, so I'll pass.
I will play a Plains, plain as day. We're gonna cast a Mirkwood Bats, just a disgusting common.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little scary.
Murky and jerky already.
Well, on tap. I knew it was risky playing that out this early, but not like I have a whole lot of protection in this deck anyway. So I'll draw for turn. We'll play a Graven Cairn. Let's go to combat, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kill Vraska.
Yep.
And that nets me a tapped treasure. I will then tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a bootlegger stash.
Oh,
Ew.
God.
Pass the turn. Good thing you killed that manufacturer.
Call that
Yeah.
the Boot Scoot Boogie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw, play a mountain. We're gonna pay a black and a white, and I'm glad that the manufacturer's gone because I'm gonna play Vernog, Rider's Chaplain. It's also Will the Wise, but this is the Vernog version. When he enters or leaves the battlefield, each opponent may investigate. Each opponent who doesn't loses 1 life. I investigate X times, where X is 1 plus the number of opponents who investigate.
I am going to definitely investigate. Yes, please.
Oh, but he has a Kyrion. Okay.
I'll investigate, sure. I like clues. Get a clue.
2, do I hear 3, Zach?
Well, I might as well. If everyone else, at this point, it doesn't matter if I don't, because you already got.
Everyone's
3.
jumping off a cliff. Why shouldn't I?
Oh yeah, I'll get another freaking clue.
Oh, this is getting interesting.
Always take the damage. Jesus. He's got a Kyrion line.
Yeah, Akiri.
You will all regret this.
You will rue the day.
Rue the day. Boy, who wants to get hit by the Kiri though?
I don't know, maybe the guy with the
I got nothing. I don't think any of us have anything to say.
That's a good point. You know, you make a fair point. Akiri's going at Zach. For 4.
Okay, I would personally think the Mirkwood Bats is more of an issue, but sure.
It is a
4.
little spooky.
I'll take 4.
Oh, when you get the clue though, there's a Mirkwood Bats trigger, right?
No, that's only when Yoshi makes
Yeah, that's
when he makes or sacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just assumed. Okay, that makes sense.
That's whenever he makes it. Yeah.
All right, so for it, Zach, and I will pass then.
All right, I will untap, upkeep, draw.
Uh-oh.
Whew, okay, we good. Land for turn is going to be Reliquary Tower.
Are we good? Are you sure we're good?
We're good. I'm going to pay 2 for 3 visits.
Mm.
I'm going to go get my Stomping Ground. Shock it on, taking 2.
Shocking gun.
So I want to clarify something. Simic's bats should have triggered because Warnog's thing says each opponent may investigate. Each opponent who does.
Oh, it does.
He-
Oh
Sorry.
yeah,
to
duh.
investigate,
He created a token.
clue token.
Yeah, each
Yes.
of you lose 1 life.
So we all
Please would have
lost.
taken 1. Yep,
Yeah,
taken 1.
can y'all darn it?
Yep, you're right. Sorry,
Okay,
I wasn't thinking in that
Yeah, I wouldn't either, actually.
symmetry thing or whatever. Okay, so I got my Stomping Ground. Oh man, Zach, how many artifacts do you have?
6, 7, 7.
7?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
Wow, what do you
5
know?
tokens.
Because that is just enough to make a Cavern Horde Dragon cost 2 red. So, gonna move to combat, and I will swing for 6 at Zach in the air.
Yep.
All right. So, whenever Cavern Horde Dragon deals combat damage to a player, you create a treasure token for each artifact that player controls. So 7 treasures. So we have 7 treasure tokens.
I'm gonna need everyone to remember, this is the budget haste deck. So don't forget about this now that this crap is happening.
Your point is well made. That is a fair point. Yep.
So don't.
Yep.
Yes. Ooh. It's just like I'm gonna.
We targeted him last game for a reason. He's scary.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Phyrexian Tower to sack my own Cavern Horde for 2 black, another black. So that is 3, and then a green and a red with the treasures, going down to 5 treasures for Korvold.
Really?
ETB, I will sack the clue.
Refill his hand.
Getting a 1/1 counter, drawing a card. So I guess what I'll do is I'm going to sack 1 treasure at a time here, but I'm going to be sacking 2 total, going down to 3. So first one gets a counter, draw, and saying green for that one. But, oh man, I just drew it to something else. Shit. Okay, and then the other one I'll resolve now too, so he'll get another counter and I'll draw, adding red with the second one. And we're going to cast a Dockside.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I have 1 artifact.
How many treasures am I getting?
You want to sack your clue in response?
I mean, yeah, you guys can sack your stuff in response to his ETB.
In response, I'm going to pay 2 and sack a clue.
Yeah.
Draw
If
a
I
card.
could, I would. I can't.
1 from Yoshi,
7 still from me.
so that's 8, and then 3 from Beef, so that is 11 treasures, plus my 3 is 14 treasures.
Ew.
Yep.
Game over, man. Game over.
It
Yeah.
certainly could be.
I'm going to plan to sack 4 of them, just resolving 1 at a time. So going down to 10. So I will tick Korvold up to 4, draw, up to 5, draw, up to 6, draw, and then 1 more up to 7 counters and draw that for the 4th one. I'm just gonna plan to sack the remainder of my treasures, 10 more, to draw 10 and get him up 10 more. So that's 6.
Did you cast? You cast him this turn, though.
He did.
I did,
So he can't
yep.
swing,
Yeah,
but he
that's
might have
good.
something to give him haste. I don't know.
So
He already swang with his other dragon, so he's
Oh, that's
past
true.
us.
He's past his combat step, so I don't know.
So
Could
I,
he
7
counter
cards,
anything?
or sorry, drew 10. Okay, so I currently have 14
10
floating.
For 14.
Yep, 14 floating. With 3 of it, we're going to cast Academy Manufactor, so I'm down to 11. Going down to 7 for a Ruthless Technomancer. When it ETBs, I'm going to sacrifice Korvold and get treasures equal to his power. And that'll be Academy Manufactor tokens as well alongside. So that is 21 treasures. Food and clues. And I'm going to let Korvold go to my graveyard.
I don't think Tarren's a threat. No, he's just chilling.
I'm just dirtling at this point, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Win this turn, but he'll probably put himself in a
So,
ginormous freaking-
I currently have 11 mana floating. I'm going to use 5 of it for a doubling season. Should have done that beforehand, but whatever. So let's see, down to 6 mana floating. We'll just do a bootlegger stash for that remaining 6. And then I'm going to sacrifice a total of 7 treasures, going down to 14, activating Ruthless Technomancer. So really, I'm sacking 7 to pay the cost, and then sacking 7 more, or sorry, 4 more alongside. So 3 plus 4
to
is
get
7.
Korvold back, yep.
Yep, getting Korvold back to battlefield. ETB, I'm going to sacrifice Dockside Extortionist, putting him in my graveyard. So that is a counter on Korvold, and I draw another card. And then we are going to sack 7 more treasures, going down to 7 treasures, to get 7 counters on Korvold and draw 7 cards. All right, 7 cards. So with that 7 mana, I'm going to play Belladros Witherbloom and pay 10 life to untap all my lands.
Yeah, then he's gonna.
And then I'll make one, or no, I'm gonna make double this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 treasures, foods, and clues. So that is 19 treasures currently. Yeah, 19, and then, all right, 32 foods and clues. Okay, so I can only do Beladros' thing once per turn.
No.
Yeah, well, tell you what, I'll just sack 3 treasures and then 1 more, so a total of 4, going down to 15 left, and then that is going to be card draw triggers from Korvold, so 4 more counters and 4 more cards drawn, and activating him to bring Dockside back to the battlefield.
11
Oh.
treasures.
Creating
22 treasures, foods, and clues.
because of the doubling season. Yep.
Vote
So
to
that is
concede.
that is 37 treasures on the battlefield then.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote to concede. I'm gonna like only if you guys do though.
We're gonna pay.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna going down to 34 treasures, so that's 3 more counters on
Vote
Korvold.
to scoop to end this nonsense.
Yeah, I'm conceding.
I was gonna wait. I'm gonna
concede.
saw in half my Dockside extortion.
This is the point in the movie where, you know, the Grinch has everybody's treasures in those big sacks that he's bringing up the mountain. And I'm feeling like Max right now, just like trying
Look-
not to get run over.
The crescendo of my not niceness, or whatever he says.
Yes.
So
my
yeah, I'm
God.
just
Yeah.
gonna make more and more and more treasures, eventually drawing into. Well, the plan here is to be able to get something like Nadir's Nightblade or Mayhem Devil or.
Yeah, you can draw your entire deck, so you get that, you
Yeah,
pay for it, you play
eventually.
it, and you infinitely loop it.
I don't have it yet, I will say, but
You can draw your
I'm
whole
gonna,
deck!
I'm gonna
You
get
can
there.
draw it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
we're. I
We're
mean,
good.
got
We're good.
Mana that you can easily sack your clues for card draw. Plus,
And every time you sack,
every
you get a
clue
Korvold draw.
every treasure you sack is a draw from Korvold. So like,
Right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can easily get through your entire
absolutely
deck.
draw your entire deck, no problem.
Yep.
And that's without even using most of the mana
Yeah, you're good.
that you
bud.